You ever bump into an old friend you haven't seen in a couple years and like you start talking to him about all the new fun cool experiences? What do you do? I love my people. I love what was I saying? Oh, you bump into somebody you haven't seen in a couple years and you start talking to them about all the fun new cool things that's happened in their life. That's how I feel about this one. It's been a couple years, I think, since I got my hands on a 22 RB J Feather, and I'm excited to see the updates that they've done here. There have been some very, I think, impactful, very cool things on this. And what they're doing here, it's stuff that you often find on bigger RVs, like the Big Brother White Hawks, like the 27 RB. If you squish it down and condense it down and like, you boil the sap to turn it into syrup. This is the syrup. This is all thriller, no filler. And this is a high octane little, I think would fit for a lot of half tons. Maybe not every half ton, but a lot of half ton towability out there. Or if you have a bigger class half ton equivalent SUV like an Expedition or what have you. So dual entry doors gives us full access to the RV in transit, including the bedroom, which most little versions of this floor plan don't do. And if you don't like the door, just leave it dead bolted or buy something else. We have other things. The bathroom is massive with because it's basically matching up with a very nice outdoor camp kitchen. The awning covers both doors. You've got that best-in-class 2+3 year warranty. We're talking Azdel now, baby. That's something these guys didn't used to do. And what we're looking at here today is very different from how you've seen me present a lot of trailers here at my Coldwater, Michigan hometown store lately. And that is that this is basically built to be like a Boondock Off-Grid special. And when I say Boondock Off-Grid, I don't mean like, you're gonna get up in the mountains, baby. Well, I'm going to say light off pavement. No hookups, because this has a refrigerator and solar combination that can keep you going off-grid for a long, long time. Now, it's got a couple hiccups and hang-ups. I'm going to point those out as we go. But overall, that is a dynamite little package right there. So first of all, you see the kitchen cabinet color there. This is the vintage decor. Jayco gives you the, it's vintage summer. I just remember vintage and modern farmhouse. So I guess they're trying to be time travelers and cover all kinds of time periods. Although the Goodyear tires are not rated for 88-mile-an-hour time travel. We're actually looking at several options today. I already kind of alluded to one of these earlier. Look at that refrigerator. Can you tell me by looking at that if that is a gas electric or a 12-volt fridge? And I had to open the door to check it out. That's actually one of the things I like about this is the look of these is very consistent. And one of the neat things on these refrigerators is they have interchangeable faceplates. So let's say you want to put like a black thing for like liquid markers or chalkboards or whatever. You could change that out if you wanted to. I like that raised panel hardwood total look. And in the modern farmhouse decor, you'd obviously have those like light white bright tones. But anywhere you see that kind of taupe color, the farmhouse, it would be white with a little black distressing accent. Whereas the rest of this will pretty much be the same color, except the sofa would be a little bit lighter. You have a few different options here. I really like this one in this floor plan, though. I call it the Swiss Army Super Sofa because it is a longer lounge that an adult can lay across if they want. It does open up into a sleeper. It has storage. There's a free-floating fold-away table that comes included with this for some Dynofa action. Up top here, you don't have to worry about upgrading the air conditioner because one of the cooler things they do is automatically outfit this with a 14,500 BTU Furrion air conditioner. Now, it is a smaller compact model, but with that gigantic sliding door into the bedroom, it doesn't look and feel small. But I will tell you, this RV's got a couple hang-ups. One of them is going to be there in the bedroom, although it's easy to work around. The other one, a little trickier. It does not have much in the way of door side windows. When you're sitting on the sofa, this is what you're looking at right here. However, this RV does have just a huge patio awning and a camp kitchen. So if you want to spend some time outside checking things out there, I think you got plenty of coverage to do it. Now, climbing my fat butt up over there, you see that the longer, like, lounger section on that sofa actually has an easy lift storage trunk down below it, which I think is cool. And that giant cushion right there, if you want to take that off and absolutely win the pillow fight, you will. That is surprisingly chunky and heavy. Good breeze window coverage all around here. And I don't know if you've noticed this, but if you take note of the position, that was one of the most interesting Freudian slips of my life. The position of the toilet. You see that this RV is TTC, baby. Toilet TV certified. That's a big deal. That right there, frankly, should be probably reason number 37 you buy this RV, but we've got a lot more good news to cover. The bathroom here does have its own small vent fan. They include a bigger vent fan here into the living room, so if you want to do some off-griddage, you want to open the windows, you can make sure you have good airflow going through here, which is kind of handy. The storage in this for a small RV is also excellent. Like, right inside here, one of the neat things, it's got a little motion mode light, so it just kicks on when you start reaching in here. You got what were the names of the gangs in West Side Story? Like, you got a little drunken octopus snapping fight club here. Like, how is it in West Side Story? Snorri? Well, it tells you what I think about it. West Side Story, there we go. They came up with the concept of tough guy finger snaps. Because I don't know that tough guys have to snap their fingers to get attention. I think that you just tend to snap to attention when you see them. Walk-in pantry space. Some nice, decent, tall shelving. Like shelf lips, as it were, so your stuff doesn't come rumbling, tumbling out. And you see that power outlet over there. This makes this right here, I think, a perfect place for like a rechargeable kind of wand-style, like shark vacuum or, you know, whatever. Little miniature shoe garage down below under the, face pantry-tainment center. Now, people want constantly, one of the things that I hear requested, and if you want it, keep requesting it. I'm not saying stop. But people want to know, can I get this with a fireplace? At the time of this recording, you can't. But if enough people keep asking for it, Jayco might be inclined to start figuring out a way to do it instead of thinking of ways to not do it. So, they got to be careful because they're already one of the more expensive players in this market space, as it were. But I don't know. I think a lot of people ask for that fireplace. That being said, those are actually surprisingly easy to upfit aftermarket. So if like the only thing you dislike about this camper is that it doesn't have an electric heat and fireplace, give us a call. Let's see what we can work out for you. Maybe I have another camper that does it, in a way you like. But that little drawers in the door right there, that is something this floor plan didn't used to do. It just had a distinct lack of drawer space. Now you see the pop-up power tower by the window? Up and above the sink on the left side there's another set of outlets under the overhead cabinets. I like it when the power outlets are down below, but maybe splashing near the water, maybe that's not a bad spot for them, considering I've got household and USB plugs over here. If I want to pop it, flick it, bop it, twist it, no big deal. Now, over here, we've got the that little bonus drawer below the refrigerator. What's neat is that will be here no matter which refrigerator you get. And in case you didn't figure it out, what we're looking at here today is the factory standard 6 cubic foot gas electric two-way, more power efficient for some off-grid type camping. But if you prefer a little bit larger fridge or something faster cooling like those 12-volt compressor fridges, that is available. You have the option of swaptioning that 6 cubic foot two-way fridge for an 3, I think, cubic foot gas or 12-volt fridge. I can't even spit the words out anymore. It's hot. I'm not hydrated, by the way. My brain's like, "Ugh," and I already have drain bramage half the time. Sliding privacy door right here for the master bedroom. And one of the nice things, Jayco doing Jayco things, they give us a little lock spot right there so you can latch that door shut. So if you're in here trying to fight the fitted sheets, well, you have a little more privacy. Now, this is another one of those things I need some feedback on so I can relay it to Jayco. This is a Camp Queen bed, and immediately a bunch of people just said, problem, tuning out, error, 404 not found. Look at all the room at the foot of this bed, though. There's totally room in here, comfortably, for a true queen while maintaining walk-around space. It is my personal belief that if there's room for it, they should just be doing the true queen bed. But, hey, that's just me. Now, if you look up here, I mentioned in the bathroom, there's another one of those smaller vent fans. So each of the smaller rooms, the bedroom and the bathroom, have their own small fan. And then the living room, the biggest room, has its own big fan. Every room in this RV has capacity for 12-volt ventilation. And by the way, TV hookup in a weird spot up here. If you're going to put a TV in here, you're going to have to do some kind of funky monkey swing arm kind of stuff to do it. But take a look at this bedside arrangement. This is one of the other things that's not been well documented until recently. Every single laminated Jayco RV has multiple outlets in them prepped to the inverter, but they really weren't clear on which ones. They're getting better about that. There are there's outlets on either side of the bed run to the inverter, and then the TV plug is also run to the inverter, and you could always, you know, jump a little extension or something off those if need be. The thing is, there's more outlets in this RV than meets the eye, because if you get yourself up here, one of the things that you see is behind the wardrobe closet, there's a big old wide open pocket of space right here. Not only is there that handy little nightlight, which of course you can turn off if you don't want the Smurf light staring you in the face, but there's also a set of household outlets out there. In fact, I got you a little look at that over here so you can see it for yourself. Now, it's kind of a radius front wall, so I don't, like, it might be CPAP friendly. It might depend on the specific dimensions. Like, there's CPAPs, there's BiPAPs, there's all kinds of, I don't know much about them because I'm not a user myself. So if there are any J-Feather owners out there who are CPAP users, if you could please leave a comment to help everybody else watching this, myself, other potential owners, viewers, whatever. Can you fit a CPAP machine up here? What kind do you have? How tight is it? Is there enough room? Is there not enough room? Let me know. Now, that being said, if I roll over here, they add this extra shelf here above the bed. And I think if I just sit straight up, I'm going to hit it. I think I've tested that in some other videos before. But right now, I'm just looking at this thing going, Hail Mary, full of grace. Please don't hit me in the face. Yeah, we're definitely, we're going to be headbanging it, brother. I got sweat in my eyes.
I don't know what's wrong with that boy. I just know he ain't right.
Ironically, when I said that to my uncle from Tennessee, I said, well, you know, I don't know what's wrong with me. I just know I ain't all right. And he said, that's right. I was like, wait, what? Anyway, did you notice totally carpetless flooring? All of the 8-foot wide Jayco 8-foot or wider Jayco towable RVs are now completely carpetless flooring with slide floors that match the main flooring. And you may have also noticed, I like this. Instead of the table leg that mounts on the sofa, which is not movable, and if you try to push down on it, you break it. And frankly, I've seen way too many instances setting up these videos where if you put too much weight on that table, even just gently setting it up, the mount fails. I'm really starting to really dislike the mounts, like, screwed onto the face of the sofa. This, unless you drop the atomic elbow on that thing from the top rope, it's going to be hard to mess up. Not to mention the fact it's free floating. You want to twist it the other way, you want to take it outside. There's no rules to how you have to use the thing. Another little bit better look at that fan, and as we're coming in here from the other direction, which would be a really funny name, by the way, for a One Direction parody group, The Other Direction. This toilet, holy crap, Batman. Well, that was interesting phrasing, but tons of space around that thing. That is exceptionally fluffy friendly, although your neighbors will thank you for closing that shade behind you. Now, this RV's got a huge shower in terms of length and width, but in terms of height, this is a conventional height camper, 6.5 foot tall, meaning if you're over 6 foot like me, your head's got to be up in that bubble right there. And as long as I'm over here, I don't usually open a lot of cabinetry live on camera, but to give you a look, that hanging rod right there is interesting because that's not the world's tallest cabinet, but I suppose if you wanted to convert this into hanging storage instead of shelf storage, you'd probably just have to pop that little paneling out, which is frankly not too hard.
Just give it an uppercut. Hadouken!
Now, when you're hopping out of the shower, you can keep an eye on the neighbors or let them keep an eye on you with that rear window. Or if you're like me, you're going to pull that shade and get yourself clothed as quickly as possible. But up top here, we have the Lipitorage Storage Galorage. Look how deep that is. That big, giant, full cabinet here. Because this is one of the major enhancements that has taken place in this RV over the years, giving us that, adding the camp kitchen by flip-flopping the bathroom, they were able to give us a camp kitchen and a huge countertop here. But they nailed it by giving us one big sink instead of two tiny sinks and then just a ton of countertop space. Personally, I think that makes the most sense. And while we're at this, another major change that has transpired on this model versus, the years past with the slide close, looking at it in road mode. First of all, want to take the time to do that so you can see what we can get to, but also show you the table. That's where the table goes in transit. Get up here to the refrigerator. It's not easy full access, but it opens enough that if I got to get in here, reach around the corner and grab something, close the door, I can deal with that. For me, personally, I think that's okay. What is your 2 cents on that? Historically, though, when the slide closed, you totally lost the bedroom on this one in transit. Well, thanks to the second entry door, we can fully access this space in here, even without touching the slide. Now, you do have to go outside. You got to go around, over the river and through the woods. To the bedroom house we go, but you get the idea. Now, a couple things. I realized I didn't show for you earlier the underbed storage chest and how it's nicely separated from the front pass-through we're about to see. And this is a low-budget little camping hack right here. If you don't like floor vents, but you're not camping when it's cold, it's amazing what a little piece of duct tape can do to keep garbage from going down that vent. Then when you want to kick the heat on, just make sure you peel that off. Sometimes it doesn't have to be flashy. Sometimes it doesn't have to be fancy to be effective. A major change that I knew was going to happen after the introduction of the J-Feather Micro. People were like, wait a minute. So the J-Feather Micro, the little bitty single axle Jayco, that has Azdel, and it's double Azdel, both on the inside and outside layer of the walls. And if you're not familiar, Azdel is a wood panel substitute. So the walls of this are nothing but aluminum, composite paneling, block foam, and aluminum. The walls really can't rot out. Now, what I didn't say is that the RV is waterproof, nor did I say the RV is totally immune to delamination. But you're really going to have to screw this thing up and ignore it for a long time for that to happen. And they have brought that build process and material selection up into the full 8-foot wide J-Feather Ultralite series that we're looking at here. As instead of reserving it only for the little bitty guys, they're now doing it all the way across the board. You saw that battery disconnect over there as well, tucked inside away from the weather, which is a nice little thing. This RV is also, like all Jayco travel trailers and fifth wheels at this point, every single one of them is prepped and ready for a full observation camera suite, including side cameras. And let's say you flip on your right-hand turn signal because you're trying to get over to an exit or something like that. That marker light, along with the tail lights, will... How you doing, buddy? Look at this. Everyone's having a good time. The weather finally broke. The sun is shining. Everyone's having a good time. We're just getting all kinds of guests out. That's going to be guest alley down there. What was I getting? Oh, turn signal safety lights. Those side marker lights will blink along with your, your tail lights and additional upper marker lights on the front and rear so that other people can see what the heck you're doing when you're turning around the road. Now, what's also really smart is they ran 2 separate power lines to that little light fixture, so the camera and the blinking light are on 2 different things, which I think is nice. Something I don't think is nice, I love the J-port. I like the different flexibility, the functions it can give you. It comes with this griddle here that you're seeing. I really don't like the location of that on this model. That's just me. Now, it is nicely under the awning, so if it is a rainy day, you can get out here and, you can do some grilling outdoors or some griddling, as it will. Griddling and fiddling, depending on the musical instrument of your choice. I don't know that I love the location of that, though. That being said, like, it feels like I don't want a big hot scorching thing right in the middle of my campsite by my camp chairs. That's what I'm getting at. Like, it's also very close to this door. I don't think during the day, though, you're going to be using that door a whole heck of a lot. Little details, like the fact that the stovetop vent hood actually does exhaust that hot air outside of the RV. Otherwise, when you're cooking, it feels like someone's just blowing hot breath in your face the whole time. Not typically the most enjoyable experience. Anyway, right below the H in feather, you have an outside TV hookup, a little bracket right there. Goodyear Endurance radials, 87 mile an hour rated, American made. We got the fold up stable steps on this bad boy right here. And we got that outdoor camp kitchen. It always actually used to make me laugh how the 22 had this and the 25 does not. And I think I said that wrong in the bathroom. The 25 now has the bathroom of the 22, not the other way around. Sorry if I got that all stupid up in my head. Anyway, there used to be a hot cooker in that where this sliding drawer is, and it was right next to the main entry door. That I really didn't like. So I guess maybe I like that a little bit better. Personally, I just kind of, I don't know, like maybe there's an opportunity to put the J port over here. Maybe there's not the structure to it. I don't know. Personally, I think I would prefer it a little bit back more by the rest of the Camp Convenience Center. That being said, if you are the type of person who goes, I don't care about a camp kitchen, I don't want a camp kitchen, well, now you just have a mini fridge outside in a drawer. You don't have to have the cooker out there. So it is kind of nice that you can sort of choose your own adventure that way. Maybe it's not all bad. Maybe I'm stupid. I could buy that. I could buy that very easily, as a matter of fact. I sold it to my wife and she bought it, so hey. Look at the awning, though. They put a maximum length awning on this. And, you know, in this size, you're looking at a lot of brands. And I'm going to name some other brands that we carry at Bish's RV. And I'm not doing this to shame or trash them, to point out a difference and why a J-Feather runs a few bucks more. So when you're looking at things like an Alpha Wolf or a Heritage Glen or Hemisphere Hyperlite, they don't have those extra big awnings like this one does. That's those extra detail things. Like the turn signal lighting, the double Azdel, the plywood floor and roof. That is the stuff that Jayco does that they just don't always do. Now, there's a lot of brands out there who do the exact same thing that Jayco's doing down here. It's enclosed, it's forced air heated. And boy, there's a lot of brands going, we've got the Arctic package. I appreciate the fact that Jayco isn't overselling this. Now, the full White Hawk, the big brother of this, and the Eagle travel trailers, those are 0 to 100 degree rated, tested, proven. J-Feather's never gone through the testing. Maybe it's capable, maybe it's not. But I appreciate the fact that Jayco actually tests their stuff before they go making those big lofty claims. And I will take proof over promises every day of the week. Now, pardon my dirty footprints here behind me. We'll have to make sure we get that cleaned off before you take her home. One of the things I like to tell you about Jayco's, you're walking on plywood, kind of like Katrina and the Waves were walking on sunshine. And I just witnessed a fender bender up by the road where somebody decided they didn't need to stop at a stoplight when the other people in front of them already had. News at 11 as I put my finger in my ear. Anyway, what I'm getting at here, we see that 14,500 BTU bigger Furrion air conditioner here. The plywood benefit here is that it has a greater load capacity. So if you're a bigger person, or if it just snows like the dickens, whatever that's like, where you're from, well, you're gonna be good. Also, again, the optional 190 watt roof solar package available on these. This isn't something you've seen me cover a lot on the J-Feathers in the past, but it's been available for about a year and a half now. And especially with that two-way refrigerator, that can give you some very solid off-grid capability here because that two-way fridge barely sips off the battery. Frankly, that should be more than enough to keep you going as long as you're not crazy with the lights and the fans. Or if you're gonna run that furnace blower real hard, a lot of people don't realize that furnace blower will eat batteries fast. So guys, what do you think? Like I said, been a year or two or more since I had a chance to record this. You like the direction they're going with this? Let me know your favorite part of it, and let me know your one least favorite thing, the one thing you could change if you had the opportunity. That kind of feedback, we can relay that to the brand manager, and who knows what they'll be able to facelift on this thing next. I think this guy, when he's not designing RVs, probably spends some time doing plastic surgery for the Kardashians. So stupid. Anyway, I'm standing in the middle of the driveway. I don't feel like getting clubbed because I already dodged 3 FedEx trucks and my Uncle Gary coming to settle a score with me. But in the meantime, folks, when you're ready, we're ready. There's the driveway. We'd love to meet you. This is my hometown store in Coldwater, Michigan, but we have Jayco's all over the place with Bish's RV. Check the link in the video description. You can see which refrigerator, solar package, decor, you know, whatever different thing we have in stock. And if we don't have what you're looking for, give us a call because they make more and we'll get one made for you. So take care. I'm out of breath. Stay safe. Have fun. Happy camping, everyone.